Hey everybody, I thought I'd go ahead and do a quick, kind of a walk around of my 2007 Apache pop-up camper. Picked this up here, a few weeks ago. I had been in the market for a pop-up. I was downsizing from a converted cargo trailer, retired here recently, and was trying to come up with a lighter, smaller setup to help improve with fuel mileage because gas prices are so high. Up here in Washington State, I just paid $6 a gallon for diesel here recently. It's unbelievable. So anyway, yeah, so I was in the market for one. I had been looking for a nicer, older model, but just could not find one. So I had decided I was going to buy a brand new Palomino 1240. I had already done the deal, had check in hand, just needed to go down to Jerome, Idaho to pick it up. For whatever reason, I happened to be on Facebook Marketplace prior to going down there, and I came across this one at a dealer in Ellensburg. Yeah, so as I was saying, I picked this up. I found this on Facebook Marketplace. I started looking at the pictures, and just immediately I knew this was going to be the camper that I wanted. It was meant for an 8-foot bed. I have a 2002 Dodge diesel with an 8-foot bed, and this camper was specifically made just for an 8-foot bed. So I think I was lucky in that it didn't sell, because of course most people have short beds nowadays, and a big long camper like this wouldn't fit. But the thing, I mean, it literally, as for an 07, evidently it was an old timer had it and took just meticulous care of it, and had put it in either his garage or barn. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, the thing is it's like brand new. It's in immaculate condition. The graphics look brand new. I mean, you can just tell by looking at it, looking at the canvas and the windows. Of course, I've been all over this and cleaned it recently. Also painted the sides, Eternabond taped the seams. Just basically going over everything. You can see also that the jacks are removed. I also did buy a quick release kit for the jacks, so I'll be able to take the jacks off. That's eliminates another 232 pounds of weight, which you know, every little bit helps. You can see I'm running the fast gun tie downs. I don't know if you can pick it up. If you look up here at the top, you'll see that I haven't painted this or cleaned this front cap yet, but you can see how the rivets are you can see the rivets showing through, and then the difference after I've come back with Rust-Oleum white enamel and painted over them, how much cleaner and nicer it looks. But yeah, the thing's just in amazing shape. Go ahead and walk around here. But it fits perfect on my truck. Truck handles it like it isn't even there, because it's I think total was these were 1,800 pounds. But again, everything's just in immaculate shape. A couple of things to note here on the back. Obviously, you can see that the drain valves come out the very back here, which is kind of different. Not sure if I like that setup or not. And of course, they're separate. But what I'm going to do with the gray water tank down here in the bottom, I'm actually going to get a cap that has a hose fitting, and I'll probably run that, because there's 8-gallon tanks for both of these, but I'll probably run that into a bucket off of a hose and dump it that way so that we don't fill up the gray tank. Also, you'll notice that the door opens from the right side instead of the left side. I mean, most times the doors are going to open from here, and I thought that was really strange, because you can see the door, if you open it, it hits these, and there was actually a crack here in the door where you can see when you come back, it hits that top valve. So I bought the little rubber door stop. Okay, let's go ahead and head up inside. See, it's got a nice full, it's got the regular shade, pull down shade for the door, a nice screen door. I put on this handle here recently, so I'd have a way to close it from the inside. I also added this easy handle, or whatever you call it here, to help you know, when you're going up the stairs to balance a little bit easier. So I installed that as well. Let's go ahead and head up inside. Always remember, you got to duck a little when you come in these, so you don't bonk your head. Yeah, now we're inside, and again, you should be able to see just how perfect condition this camper is in. I mean, there's not a mark on it. Now I have this topper that you see up here, this 2-inch topper. That's actually going to be for the the jackknife sofa here. This thing is awesome. It's 6 foot by 3 foot, so it's going to make an excellent second bed here. And then I also added a 2-inch queen size topper on top of the regular mattress, and this is the original cover for the mattress. But this will be up here when we're rolling down the road before we get to where we're camping. Then once we set up the bed, that topper will come down here and be on the nice sofa here. But yeah, I mean, even the sofa, like brand new condition. I mean, you can just look around this thing. There's no signs of any kind of wear, no markings. It's a cool little details, like this little clock here, little battery operated clock. And it is true, they do not make them like they used to. When I was looking at the Palomino, the new one, the 1240, the thing was built so cheap, and you know, there was zero storage in it. But I had just kind of resigned myself to never being able to find a nice older unit like this. You know, the new ones, they've removed all the, and I'm talking Palominos here, and I know there's some of the higher end brands like North Star, Phoenix, and Hallmark that still have all the cabinets. But these older ones still have the cabinets, you know, 2 nice cabinets, big long cabinet up here. Not to mention you've got this cute little, this funny little drawer here. It has 2 little compartments. You see that? You have a cute little storage drawer there. Then of course you got a nice wardrobe closet, you know, for hanging your clothes. Nice big closet there. So they certainly don't make them, like I said, make them like they used to. Just going around here. Again, this kitchen area, stove looks like brand new. Of course, again, I've been in here and wiped everything down and cleaned everything, but you can just tell it was in immaculate condition before that. Sink doesn't even look like it's ever been used. Little kitchen area. There were a couple of these little clips hung up here that I just threw a towel, and then there were a couple on the bottom. I just put a little garbage bag there for now. But again, if I sit back here on the couch, you can see you've got some storage under the sink here. That's probably going to be where frying pans, that kind of thing. Then you got your water tank under here, 6-gallon traditional hot water tank. And then you have 2 nice drawers. They're nice and long and deep. That's actually the access panel for down and behind there, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here. Got the cutting board that sits up here in the sink, and will not be there if you try to leave it there and drive. It will not be there when you get there. So for now, I'm just putting it in here with the silverware. Traveling. Great size little fridge. Not sure if I can do this. There we go. Again, like brand new. Works great. I've already tested all this. It does have a nice size freezer. 3-way fridge. Oh, what else can I say? The one drawback, there's no air conditioner on this camper, and I don't know if it was wired for one. They've got a fantastic fan in the middle section here, and then you've got your regular cheapy fan over the bathroom area. I've checked the fuse box, which is down here. I've checked the fuse box. I don't believe there's a fuse for an AC. I don't think it was wired for AC. I don't know how to check to be exact on that, but I would have loved to move this fan over to the bathroom area and then replace it with a regular low profile air conditioner. No vents or openings at all above the bed, which again, most days, or most campers nowadays come with a, usually we'll have a fan over the bed, which would be nice, and then you can push and pull air, throughout the camper. But those are just small things to deal with as we go along. But again, the inside, all the vinyl, the fabric, everything is like brand new. So this is the area where all of the electronics. Go ahead and pull this up here real quick and show you this. Bear with me here. So yeah, this is where we've got, this is your water tank here, 28-gallon water tank. And you can see over here, that's actually a new battery box that I installed. There was no battery box in here when I got it. It's got 2 brand new deep cycle batteries. So I got that box and wired that up. And then of course you've got all your electronics. Flip around here. All your electronics down in here. Brand new control board for the jacks. This is the emergency jack that comes with a wire in case you don't have any batteries, or I should say, if you lose the other remote. If you lose the wireless remote, this is a manual remote you can plug right in and be able to run the jacks from there. But yeah, like I said, the attention to detail, the way everything is wired, everything is so clean and so nice in here. Come back out. You see down here, we've got your, obviously your converter box. I believe this is a CO2, I think, and a GFI outlet. Cool little wired in. I think this is from the factory, little battery monitor there. so you can check the battery status. Now this piece here on the floor, this is actually for the table, and that's up underneath the bed. There is underbed storage here with this. I'm not going to worry about trying to open that up with one hand. But yeah, it has the system where the 2 struts come up and there's storage underneath. I also, you can see this. This is material that you put underneath the mattresses in these RVs to keep them from condensation underneath and molding. So I put that under there for the bed. And going back to this thing here, this piece is actually movable. Where you put this whole piece comes out. It's not, you can lift this up for storage underneath. But the reason they did that is this little panel that you see here. This panel here, there's 3 little thumb screws. This panel comes off, and the batteries are actually on a drawer, a slide-out drawer. So you can slide the batteries into this area and be able to service the batteries. I thought that was so cool. Little details like that I just don't think you'll see, on these modern-day campers. Everything's just built so well. Of course, you have a nice big platform here to step up to get into the bed. That was another thing I noticed on the Palominos. And please, I'm not trying to badmouth the Palominos. I think for the price that they are and everything, that's why a lot of people go that route. They're affordable, but the quality and the features obviously suffer, especially nowadays as they try to make everything lighter and lighter to fit on half-ton trucks, because nobody can afford $100,000 diesel trucks anymore. Yeah, so you have a nice, real easy to get up there, be able to get up on the bed. Cool little fan system here. I wasn't even sure what this was. Another thing, the gentleman, that previous owner, every single piece of paperwork that he had went into a 3-ring binder that was in the drawer. And there was some paperwork on this system. This is actually to help vent when the fridge gets heated up in here. These are hooked to fans, and they'll actually turn on. If you turn them on, they'll actually they sense the temperature, and these will turn on fans inside here to help cool down the refrigerator, which is another super cool thing you don't see every day. Little mirror here. LED lights all the way around, all upgraded LED lights, plenty of lights all over the place. Got smoke alarm, LED lights here. I said another long cabinet there. Whoop, short cabinet here. It's gonna be coffee pot and some other things. There's nothing really in here yet. I haven't taken it on any trips because I'll explain, I'm waiting on something here now. Now as we get into the bathroom area, you're gonna see things are kind of tore up in here. The toilet's out. All of the trim and everything has been removed. The door's off here. There's normally a nice wooden door here that shuts. Now when I got the camper, tested everything, and went outside, there was water on the ground. So I knew I had a leak. And so I came back in, tested everything, and determined the leak was coming from the black tank. So I figured I was going to have to take this floor up and get in there, because I bought this used. It was from a dealer, but I bought it used. So I thought it was going to be up to me to fix it. So I started getting ready, prepared to take this floor up, and got to a point where the last thing holding or keeping the floor in, one was this pipe in here. This pipe here is you have to cut it in order to get it out. I'm gonna go back outside here, explain the rest of this real quick. Bear with me here, folks. Close her up. Yeah, so basically what was happening, when I initially got to the dealer, when I picked this up, there was a kid working on it, and back here, there was this big glob of foam all the way around this pipe right here, where he had sprayed foam in here. And I was like, what the heck is that? What I don't know about. Well, evidently there was water leaking out. There used to be trim rings. There was a trim ring around here, and it was very brittle. He broke that off, and I guess water was leaking out underneath here, so he just decided to squirt foam in the crack here. Well, all that did was push the leak inside. And then it was, when I would put water in the black tank, it was draining down to here, to this corner, then coming down underneath. There was a wire loom under here, and then it was dripping off the low point of the wire loom right here and puddling right here. So I knew I had an issue with the black tank. So I thought, well, I better, I'm gonna have to take it apart, figure out what's going on. So I got to the point where I was taking everything apart, and the only thing that was keeping that floor in there was this. You'd have to cut this at here to be able to slide it through and get the the floor pan out of the bathroom. At that point, I stopped. I just wasn't ready to do something like that. So I reached back out to the dealer. I had a few concerns. There were some other things I was a little upset about. I had a long conversation with the general manager there. This is Rodeo RV in Ellensburg, and I asked them if they would agree to go in with me on a professional repair on this and help pay for some of the cost. because they were supposed to have checked all the systems. I knew there was something going on with this already because he was working on it when I got there. Thought he had fixed it. Well, he just moved the problem to another area. So anyway, very cool. Spoke with Cameron there. He passed me over to Brady. Brady was totally cool about it. He said, go ahead, get it repaired professionally, get it done, have them call me and I'll take care of the bill. The whole thing, which was amazing. I could not believe they really stepped up and did that and backed their word where they said they would test everything and make sure everything was good. So anyway, contacted a local repair shop here that comes highly recommended, but they can't even get the camper in to work on it until October 24th, which is almost a month away. So for now, I've just been going through cleaning everything, getting everything done, and waiting to get that repair done on the black tank so that we can actually be able to use the camper. And what we think happened, and it's strange with the overall workmanship of the camper that they did this with these drain tubes. Is basically what they did, they glued them in to the tank, but you can see my fingers how they go inside. There's a huge gap completely around the entire pipe. There's a huge gap here. And so the pipes are unsupported. You can move them back and forth with your hand. And we're thinking probably what happened here with this one is it got moved back and forth enough to eventually that it cracked the black tank along the bottom where this goes in. And so obviously what we're going to need to do, this is going to have to be cut off so they can redo it, and then use something like this flange that's on this side, put something like that on either on the inside wall or on the outside wall that's secure, that's screwed into the material into the walls and holds this pipe firm so there's no flex in it. So that's kind of what we're looking at, what we're thinking probably caused it. This is what's going to be fixed. So again, that'll all be taken care of by the dealer. So that was the one kind of letdown. I was so excited with everything. Everything worked great. The thing looks beautiful, but we had that one issue with the black tank, most likely do. And the way we finally pinpointed it, I had my neighbor come over, and we shined a light down through the hole in the tank back towards this, and if you move this back up and down, just slowly, you can see where the crack was in there underneath on the bottom. So this has got to be replaced and be somehow bolted or put a flange here to hold this in place so it doesn't move, and that should take care of that issue. But that's the only issue that we had with it. Everything else, like I said, everything else works great. It's in amazing condition. I feel very fortunate and honored to have it and to take good care of it. To sort of the baton has been passed to me with this camper from this older gentleman that just, you could tell he absolutely loved this thing and took such good care of it. And I feel obligated to continue that. So at any rate, yeah, that's my 07 Apache. Appreciate it if you've stayed this long through all these videos. I appreciate it. I'm just kind of winging it here. Yeah, look forward to some other videos. Thanks.